no person whatsoever. I'll be tuning in, and you're listening to Living on the Edge with Ashley. I'm your host, and today we have very special guests on the show, which I'm totally excited for. Here we have SnakeHeart. So I'm going to put your mics on. Let's see. Okay. Everyone talking to the mic.
What is going on?
Okay. All right, good. Welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you guys here.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I just want to let all the viewers know that I'm like beyond excited to have this band here with me, because not only do I personally love their music, but I think what they're bringing to the music world is what we need. Their sound is new and unique, but with many classic influences. And on top of that, they're four of the most down-to-earth guys I've ever met. So this is going to be a very interesting interview. I'm a little nervous, I'm not going to lie.
It's okay.
Just for the fact, like we're both new here, you know. I think this is your first radio show, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and this is only my second show. So I'm kind of just, I'm still like antsy and excited. So I'm walking around right now.
Deep breath and you're good to go.
Yeah, you too, guys, you too. Okay. Well, first, if you guys want to introduce yourselves, you know, we can start from over here, since he's here.
Maestro.
My name's Alex Valentin, and I play guitar for SnakeHeart. Yeah.
Okay, over here.
I'm Frank Aziz, and I'm the vocalist and songwriter for the band.
Okay.
I'm Randy Hidalgo, and I'm the drummer for the band.
I'm Tiago Valera, and I play bass for the band, and I do backing harmonies for certain songs.
Okay, cool, alright. Well, I already know you guys, but yes, viewers, that is SnakeHeart. Okay. Alright,
There's so much more I'd like to say.
Yeah, if you can see what is going on right now.
There will be. It's going to be on YouTube.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so are you ready for the questions?
We're always
Yeah.
ready. Are you ready for the questions?
I'm ready.
Are you
Am I ready for the answers?
Let's interview you, Miss Ashley. Let's interview you.
We'll save that for later. Okay, so my first question. How did you guys meet?
Who wants to?
You want to take that?
You take that, Franco?
Alright, well, first Randy and Alex were playing together like a jam band kind of status in middle school. And then all of a sudden they wanted to start a real band, and then me and Alex started
A real band?
Yeah, a real band, because you know they were just jamming with local musicians, and then I was doing the same thing as well, but more towards high school. And then me and Alex started jamming acoustically, joking around with you know, certain things. And then there was this contest in school called Mr. UHS, and I did it basically just to
And this is like a
start
senior year competition.
That was
Yeah.
the worst thing ever.
just to start something, and we took the talent portion not serious at all, and Alex and me were gonna just do Tenacious D tribute, which kind of where it all started, and then we were like, okay, let's do drums, and Randy was the dude to do drums, and that's kind of like how it really began. Then we started doing jams in Randy's basement, and we did Crazy Train with Ozzy, and certain classic songs, and then we realized we needed a bassist, and the Muff Man over here, Tiago, decided to
And why is he, what is that nickname you just gave him?
oh, look at his beard.
Oh, okay.
Beer,
Just-
man.
okay.
Or
Okay.
No, we don't go
well,
there.
no, you know what?
Okay.
The way we found
Let's
him
keep
was
it G-rated.
because we needed a bassist.
Okay.
And I told him I knew somebody who played bass.
So you were already friends with
I was already friends with
Yeah.
Tiago.
Yeah, we didn't know him
a long
yet.
time ago. So I gave him a call and asked him if he wanted to try out, pretty much.
Oh, it was like,
And
yeah,
he
I'm
just
down.
stuck.
At the point, it wasn't like a tryout. It was just like, okay, you're
in.
the band.
You're the band, like, here's the first song, here's the stuff, and just from like the first run through, it just all clicked, and it was awesome.
So did you feel an instant chemistry?
And the magic just
Say
happened.
something like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
something along that
We
line.
kind of saw the pixie fairy dust flying around with all the magic that we created that day.
And we already had 2 original songs without bass already, and he just came in and kind of did bass. And
So did you have any other members come in and out of the band before you realized that this was the set for work?
Yeah.
Throughout, like, because we only been together for like a year and a half, me and Alex, started it, and then the whole thing with Randy had some problems, so we had to fill in another drummer called Joe Moscovich. And she called me, by the way, the other day. Anyway.
Or maybe he's listening.
Maybe, I don't know. And then Tiago also, we left and got 2 Mogs, but freaking shy banger.
Yeah.
And then I was actually on bass for like a month or so.
That's when you pop my A string.
That's when I did pop your string. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the only people who have been in and out of the band.
Okay, alright, so that leads me to the next question. What was your motive behind starting the band?
Leave that to the maestro over there.
Yeah, like what made you say, you know what, I really want to be in a band?
Well, I think the main thing is that, I mean, we always liked rock.
Yeah.
I don't know about, you know, these guys, I'm sure it was the same way, but, you know, I love music and I love rock, you know, especially in high school. And it just took so long to find the right people, you know, to play the kind of music that we do. And especially since it was very old school orientated, you know, you got the 80s rock and metal, and, you know, we took it from there.
All right, great. That's a good segue into my next question. Who are your main musical influences? I'll actually ask each one of you individually because I know listening to your music, each one of you bring a very special element to the band, which I think is very interesting. I think anyone who has listened to SnakeHeart, by the way, you can go to their MySpace. They have a few songs up right now that you can listen to.
More to come.
It's www.myspace.com/SnakeHeart. That's together. SnakeHeart band, BAND, all together. So you can go to that site, listen to their music, but I will also be playing their music later on during the show. So stay tuned in. Okay? All right. So Alex, who's your main musical influences?
Well,
You can name a few of them, not the whole roster.
yeah, of course not. I mean, you know, I range a lot. There's a lot of people I like, and I mean, most people think I'm just pretty straightforward with old school music, and which I love, and which is my roots. But I do enjoy a huge amount of music, from jazz and classical music to rock. There's even some new music that I don't actually listen to. I would say on an everyday basis, but I would take things from it, like small elements that I find, I don't know, useful, I guess, and interesting to myself, and I apply that in a musical way.
Yeah,
So that's always good. But you know, everything from jazz and guitar virtuosos I love, of course, because I play guitar.
Cool. Okay. Franco, what about you?
If you're gonna talk about band-wise, Black Sabbath, because there would be no heavy metal and there would be no us if there's no Black Sabbath. Judas Priest, you know, all the vocalists from there, obviously, but the whole band as well. Iron Maiden, him, Aerosmith, of course. Yeah, of course. And,
Well, they're my favorite band. I already told everyone that. So.
And then, you know, the classical dudes like Ludwig van Beethoven, and, you know, a lot of other guys.
Great. What about you, Randy?
Well, I started actually playing like gospel music as when I was like used to be back in church back in the day, playing church music, a lot of Latin jazz, you know, basically a lot of Hispanic music, the salsa.
You can definitely hear it in his playing.
And then I started moving on to like 80s like hardcore stuff, like Metallica, Maiden, some Priest here and there, and then some of the new stuff, some of the new alternative rock, Foo Fighters, a little bit of grunge, a little bit of here and there. Pretty much.
Okay, and you, Tiago?
Well, it all started thanks to good old Senor Steve Harris from Maiden. That man made me want to play bass better than God knows anything else. That is my main influence right there. Then it just moved on, you know. I always liked the classic rock too, you know. Didn't listen to it as much as I do now with these guys around, because, you know, that's what we do. And then we moved on to prog rock thanks to good old Alex over there.
Dream Theater.
So you got Dream Theater, you got Liquid Tension Experiment, you got all the prog rock guys, and now he's got me into Greg Howie over here, the fusion jazz guys too. It's good listening, and then I got my other influences like Dredge, my indie side. I like the indie music. It's chill, mellow. Franco with his hymn too, same here, like all that stuff. It's all good musical influences. It's what makes us.
It's a really wide range of
And you appreciate